So how you doing today?
Good, and you?
I'm doing excellent. You know, I'm here. I'm gonna get a little profile of Miss Beautiful Ray. How you doing? My name is Khalif White, and you now are a part of Sex Gumbo. And basically, Sex Gumbo is, you know, all the spices and ingredients that make sex what it is today. Not just sex, but the relationship of sex, and, you know, just the overall thought and process that we take. Basically, I mean, the first topic is love. And, you know, what does love have to do with sex? I mean, basically, that's what some people may think about. But can you do me a favor? Can you define love for me, if you can?
Yes. Love is willingness. Willing to accept the person, whether they're right or wrong, accept their flaws, and just really just accepting them for who they are. That's what love is.
What is sex? How would you define sex?
Well, sex is just getting your shit off. Just doing it to be doing it. That's when it comes to the difference of having sex and making love. Having sex, there's no emotional strings attached. You're just doing it to be doing it.
So that's like, I guess, what's the connection between the two, and like, what's the major difference, I guess, is the
major difference between having sex and making love? Making love, it's better because it's an emotional connection. It just makes you go that much further. Having sex, you're just doing it to be doing it, like I said before.
Okay.
Because you want it.
So have you ever been in love before?
I have.
Yeah. Can you recall a time you first fell in love, like your first love? Can you tell me like a little story about that time, how you felt, like how it went down and everything, like the special person, I guess?
How I fell in love?
Yeah, like time? Yeah, that first time.
I was 18, freshman in college. He was a little older, you know, had me by a few years, but it was nice.
That's nice. I mean, so how did you feel? Like, I mean, how did you go about meeting this person? It was just like, you know, okay.
I actually happened to be driving at the time, and we like started talking at a traffic light. It's really funny, but that's how it happened.
That's cool. So how did, inversely, have you ever felt a lot of love with a person, like, you know, where, you know, like, I broke up and you just kind of fell out of love? How did that feel, you know, inversely?
About falling out of love after breaking up?
Yeah.
I think when you really love somebody, it takes a while to actually fall out of love with them. I mean, despite what they do or what went wrong, it takes time to actually stop feeling that person. I mean, I'll just share something with you. I mean, I've been with a person, broke up 3 times, got back together, and broke up again, but I mean, it was worth the try. When you really love somebody, you're willing to try.
That's real. So, you know, like, majority of the time when you have sex with a person, would you say that you love them, or, you know?
Well, I prefer to make love rather than have sex, so yes, I prefer to be in love with somebody if I'm going to go that far.
Okay, that's cool. So I guess, you know, so for you, love definitely comes first before, you know, sexual attraction.
Well, I think all women know when they're going to sleep with somebody. Like, you just feel it. But, I mean, feeling something and actually going through with it is another thing. So I would rather feel some type of emotional connection before I follow the physical connection.
So the physical connection is almost instantaneous, but, you know, a lot of times that doesn't necessarily mean you follow through until you get that emotional connection. That was what you're trying to say.
Right. I mean, anybody can have sex with anybody, you know, but I'd rather be special.
I heard that, because you're special. How would you let a person know that you know, that you were in love?
Rather than just saying it, I think you have to show it. So just by little things I'll do, and I'll just come out and say it as well. But action speaks louder than words.
I hear that. So when you, like, how would you know, like, when you're in love? Like, how do you know? Like
how do I know?
Yeah, like, you know, like, dang, like, is it when you're with the person? Is when you're away? Like, how do you know?
When I'm away from the person, I'm either thinking about them, or even in my work, because I write. So, I mean, it can influence my poetry or something like that. So, yeah.
All right, what's your favorite love song? Like, do you have one? If you can, could you
I
sing
could
a little
go
bit?
on for days. Yes, it's by Karina Pajan. She's an artist produced by Jermaine Dupri, and the song is titled Slow Motion.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it because it has an important message about letting a guy be your friend before he becomes your lover and before he becomes your man, and I think that's important.
I feel that. So why is it important that that you go through those phases, I guess?
That way, because when you get into a relationship with somebody, it puts things on an entirely different level. So if you're someone's friend, you can kind of fill them out, get to learn what you like about them, what you don't like about them. That way you can make a better decision when you do get in a relationship, or if you decide not to get into the relationship.
That's smart, wise. So like, can you cheat on somebody and still love them?
Me personally, I do not believe in cheating. I think it is horrible. My parents have been married for 22 years, and I just look at what they've shown me, and I value that so much. I think if you love somebody, you won't cheat on them. It happens, but I think that love should help you make a better decision, because honestly, cheating is kind of a selfish act, because in that moment you're thinking of only yourself and not what else is going to affect and who else is going to affect. People lose families over cheating.
I hear that.
True.
That's real shit. Would you forgive somebody if they cheated on you though? Like, or would it be over? Like, if you really love somebody?
See, love is forgiveness, like I said. So, it depends on the situation. I don't know, because see, with love, you have to trust the person. So when you cheat on someone, you destroy that trust. So it's just going to make it that much harder for you all to move forward. So it just depends.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, how would you get somebody? Say if you wanted to, a little tip for people out there that may not have been experiencing love. How would you, if you know somebody that caught you out, how would you get somebody to fall in love with you, or be enamored over you? What would you do?
I would just be myself, because you can only put on a front but for so long. So if you're just yourself, then that's even better, because that person will fall in love with something real, someone real.
Okay, yeah, some good information. What about setting the mood, romance? Like, what turns you on? Like, if in a room, how would you set the mood or set a romantic stage for your partner?
Well, I'm big on music, so put on some good, maybe some R. Kelly, some Silk, like a lot of the old songs. Dim the lights a little bit. If you can't dim the lights, you can leave them on. It doesn't matter, but that's what does it for me.
Okay.
And someone who just takes their time, not all rough, at first.
Eventually, but not at first.
Yes.
That's cool. Do you know about any aphrodisiacs, a perfect meal that just set you off, Like if somebody just,
Perfect meal?
Yeah, like, or an aphrodisiac. Do you know any aphrodisiacs, or or something to get the...
Well, I hear chocolate, makes you horny. That's what I hear. But as far as a meal, if I had to cook for a man, I probably would do seafood or something like that. A little baked potato, broccoli, something like that.
Okay. Dang, so boing. That's what's up, man. Well, that was pretty harmless. That was the first topic, love.
Excuse me for a minute. You still rolling?
Nah, it's good. We done.